Not a result. Thomas Tuchel went to fetch at Errand Road from Leeds, but he has been battered by a side which goes with the names of Leeds by 3-0. First half ending 2-0, and obviously in the second half, they really had to go ahead and concede one from Leeds. A red card for Koulibaly, a very big mistake made by Eduardo Mendy, the goalkeeper of Chelsea, trying to dribble past a centre forward or a forward of Leeds, but he really pressed him down and he made him lose that ball, and he really went into the empty net and really made it one for a side which goes by names of Chelsea. Sorry, for the Chelsea which goes by Leeds. And Thomas Tuchel, after going ahead to win, to draw against Spurs and win against Everton, he has gone ahead to lose to Leeds. But for me, who has been watching this Chelsea game and the Chelsea team, I saw this coming. Guys, there are a lot of things that are really not okay at Chelsea. You won't believe me, but Chelsea might be covering itself. You get? They might be covering that wound with a plaster, but trust me, when teams like Leeds come in through, they are going to expose Chelsea. Trust me, Chelsea is not yet where it's supposed to be in there for you. When you see them still looking in for signings at this juncture, especially in the most important departments of the pitch, especially the central defense, because we've even had that story of Harry Maguire pocket being in through, but they are in for Wesley Fofana. Now, do you believe that if I do have Wesley Fofana, Koulibaly and Thiago Silva, are they going to hit the ground running? Is their partnership going to be intact immediately? Guys, if I told you never knew, it's very hard for three central defenders to have a partnership. That's why you saw to it that every time Chelsea changed its back three from Rudiger last season, Azpilicueta and Thiago Silva. Maybe they bring in Sa, maybe they bring in Chalobah. There were differences because that back three is so complicated. You must be having a very good communication, and what brings the good communication in between you? It's you playing together for a very, very long time. Now today, he started with, when you look at the back three of Chelsea, they had the following players in the back three of Chelsea. Let me even throw it onto your screen and see it. They started with the following players. They started with Koulibaly, Thiago Silva and Reece James. So Thomas Tuchel is starting to be a tinkerman. I don't know why he's so much into a tinkerman, yet he's not known for this, but he tinkers so a lot with his back three. Look, Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Reece James. You get? The other time, he played Reece James here in the game of Spurs. You get? So, Koulibaly has been sent off. Thiago Silva has played 90 minutes. Reece James has played 90 minutes. But obviously, Reece James gets you the best that you deserve from Chelsea when he's playing as a wing-back. I don't know why he's sacrificing him to come and play him in here. Yet he has Chalobah on the bench. Yet Chalobah played some good number of games in the Chelsea team last season. Yet the central defense was so much competitive for an extent that they even sent out Katzuma from Chelsea and they sold him to a side which goes by names of West Ham. That shows you that there is something wrong with the manager. If I told you get your best wing back, because the best wing back at Chelsea is Reece James, and you're playing him here, that is something bad. It's something bad according to me. He needs to do better. He needs to be doing better. I really believe that the first mistake that he made was to not bring in Chalobah here or Azpilicueta. Then he played Loftus-Cheek in here for you. I really believe that you lose a lot when you are not playing Reece James on the right side as the wing back. That's really bad, and that's one of the problems I've seen with a man who goes by the name of Thomas Tuchel. Doing that, it's unforgivable. According to me, it's unforgivable for the manager, because why do you put out your best wing back into your central defense? Yet you are having central defenders on your bench. Azpilicueta can play here, Chalobah can play here. That is one of the first mistakes I've seen him really do in the for you. But I saw Raheem Sterling trying to make in runs looking good, but obviously the link up is not there. Almost this entire Chelsea team is lacking chemistry. When you look at how they are really putting up those passes all together, they're lacking chemistry. Mason Mount really had one of the chances, but we believe that chance that really got, that was saved by the goalkeeper and the ball went to the corner, he would have passed in Loftus-Cheek, because Loftus-Cheek had made a very good run, but because he's so much selfish, he really went ahead for a shot, but it never really went in through. And when you look at that midfield of Chelsea, Gallagher coming in through and Jorginho, the problem was that the Leeds team was pressing Chelsea high up from the pitch. And I really believe that today I've got to know that if at all you press Chelsea high up the pitch, obviously you can cause trouble. You can cause mayhem at Chelsea. You can really break them down and really lead them to losing that ball in there for you. But obviously, Chelsea is really one of those teams that the manager needs to up his game. Trust me, when I was at a certain platform and I asked, which manager do you think will be sacked first? I went ahead to put Thomas Tuchel onto my list, but people said I'm really joking. But when you look at that side of Chelsea, it's not going to get better now. They are going to suffer for the first 10 games of the season, and they need to get in their signings, you get, and play more 4-5 fixtures to really get together. Cucurella is new. Wesley Fofana is coming in, so it's going to be new. They want a central midfielder. They want a centre forward. That's what Chelsea is all about. You get? And I'm asking myself, what is the plan of Thomas Tuchel? What is the plan of Thomas Tuchel? Because if I were Thomas Tuchel, I would have been planning to see to it that Sterling gets a permanent partner he plays with. Cucurella gets fitting into this team, Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, and very many others. Because when you look at the red card that he was really given, that man who goes by names of Koulibaly, it shows you that there is miscommunication in the back three. And that is not going to be solved in the next game. It's not going to be solved in the next 3 games. It needs close to 5 games because Wesley Fofana is going to come in through. When you're having Fofana, Thiago Silva, and Koulibaly, that is a back 3, you get, with 3 players, 2 new, who have never played together. Koulibaly has played with Thiago Silva some 2 games, but you see what is happening right about now. So there are lots of reasons to worry for Chelsea in there for you. And when you look at this goal, that howler by the goalkeeper of Chelsea, obviously he's to blame. He's to blame, and Don Gordon, as Carpenter said, it's just madness from an absolute brilliant goalkeeper. He's just made a crazy decision. To me, I'm one of those people that don't believe him so much as a sweeper goalkeeper, because he did the same mistake and costed Chelsea to nullify or eliminate a team which goes by the names of Real Madrid out of the Champions League. The goal that really put Chelsea out of the Champions League was scored by, was it Karim Benzema? But what was the cause? The cause was the name of the goalkeeper of Chelsea, Mendy Eduardo, putting up a stupid pass that didn't reach, is it Reece James? And it was intercepted, and then that led to Chelsea to concede. Therefore, so he's not reliable, and I'm not surprised for him to go in and do this, but just him trying to dribble past the goalkeeper, dribble past the forward of Leeds, is not a crime. But I really believe that he is not press resistant. This player of Leeds never gave up, and that's why I give the credit to him. He forced Eduardo Mendy into a mistake. That's it. So the relentless pressing of Leeds and the way they are marking Chelsea really led them to concede this goal. And second, when you look at how Chelsea really did all its stuff, it shows you that they miss N'Golo Kante. They are short in the midfield. It's hard for people to come in and believe it, but obviously they are short in the midfield. They are short. People don't believe it, but Chelsea is short in the midfield. That's it. That's it. Chelsea is short in the midfield. When you look at the second goal that they conceded, it shows you that their defense is really lacking. Because when you look at Reece James is tall, Koulibaly is tall, and Thiago Silva is tall. But how do you grant such a chance to Rodrigo? Because almost Rodrigo had a free header. That's why he directed that ball. He had no pressure on him. He had all the time to really jump and really hit it to the back of the net. So tracking those runs of Leeds was a problem to Chelsea, and I really believe that Chelsea have been a usual customer for Leeds. You get very many games they've lost against Leeds, and I really believe that even last season there is a game, if it was not about the red card given to a Leeds player, obviously they had to go ahead and really win that game against Chelsea in their face. So when you look at how things are really going on at Chelsea, it's not good news, but obviously this manager knows what is the problem, and not until he really tackles that problem in the for you. One, the system he's really using. I saw that system yesterday when Spurs was struggling to win against Wolverhampton Wanderers. So any system, we're not having a focal point or a serious centre forward, you are really going to suffer in this Premier League, because they can easily mark out those people. Today, Chelsea could move the ball very well from the goal to the central axis to even the final third. But guess what? They lack that center forward to make a run that is going to help him go and really create space. Because let me give an example like yesterday. You saw Gabriel Jesus. He didn't score, but when you see that first goal he really made for Odegaard through his link up with Martinelli, he created space. He made runs. You need a center forward who is mobile, who really makes space. Sometimes you might not create a goal or do anything, but the way you can run can really make other teammates better. You saw it with Luis Suarez at Liverpool. He led Daniel Sturridge scoring 32 goals a season because he was really creating spaces for this man. That's it. That is something that you should know about a center forward. So not until he really accepts that I need to change my system and I need to get in a center forward, that's when he's really going to get back to where he's supposed to be. And very bad for Chelsea fans all over the world, but you've lost. But obviously your manager is letting you lose because he knows what he's supposed to do, but he's not doing it. Stats as we sign out: 12 shots by Leeds, 14 by Chelsea, 6 shots on target by Leeds, 3 by Chelsea, 39 possession percentage by Leeds, 61% possession by Chelsea, 319 passes put up by Leeds, 484 passes put up by Chelsea, 71 passing accuracy by Leeds, 82 passing accuracy by Chelsea, 16 fouls by Leeds, 15 by Chelsea, 0 red cards for Leeds and 1 yellow card for Chelsea, 0 red cards for Leeds and 1 red card for Chelsea, that is Koulibaly. Then 1 offside for Leeds and 7 offsides for Chelsea, meaning that a high line was really so much for Leeds. 4 corners for Leeds and 4 corners for the side which goes by the names of Chelsea. Now let me show you the table. As things stand, you see where Chelsea is. Chelsea is 12th. Chelsea is 12th. If I told you were seeing it, Chelsea is 12th, and that's how they really stand. When you look at Leeds, they are unbeaten. They've won 2 and drawn 1. They're in the 7th position. They're in the 2nd position, dislodging Spurs and Brighton. So you see how Leeds is really trying to protect itself from not getting relegated, and Jesse Marsh is really getting this job right. Thank you guys for watching in. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So your reactions to Chelsea 0, Leeds 3 are welcome into the comment section below. May the Almighty God protect you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later, because Man City is going to play Newcastle, and when that game is done, we are going to be back to bring you our match reaction. I'm out.